What's up, everybody? It's your boy DJ Ray Ray, and we are here with episode 1 of our MekHQ Stratcon campaign, where we are using the BattleMech manual rules in MegaMek to play out a campaign operations and pseudo strategic battle force type of fight. And we had an episode 0. If you'd like to see that, that should be at the top of this playlist. Setting up our mercenary lance and all of our settings, if you're interested in seeing what the preferences are, and or if you want to copy some of those preferences and try on your own with MegaMek, which is a free tool for those who are interested in classic BattleTech and a little bit of the Battle Force and Strategic Battle Force rules as well. Great community, Discord. I'll drop that in the link as well if you're interested in not only MegaMek itself, but being part of the community, as features continue to be added to this free software. Alright, so let's jump right into it. This is the beginning of our mercenary team's journey. This is the Legionarius Lancers. They are a mercenary group that is formed, or at least previously formed, maybe 5 years ago, and they're now at the cusp of kind of getting their significant mercenary career. I don't want to say started, but maybe it's just starting to take off right now. As we look at the interstellar map here, we are on the planet of Galata, and here in Galata they are at a hiring hall, getting ready to kind of take a look at what contracts are available out in the inner sphere. But who exactly are the Legionarius Lance? Well, ChatGPT happened to share with me its thoughts, so I'll temporarily pause the music and let ChatGPT tell you all about them.
Mercenary company name, Legionarius Lance. Background: Legionarius Lance, named after the Roman legionary soldiers, is a renowned BattleTech mercenary company known for its discipline, versatility, and unwavering loyalty to its contracts. Founded by a former mech warrior, Marcus Aurelius, who had a deep fascination with ancient Roman history, the company embodies the virtues of the ancient soldiers it's named after: resilience, adaptability, and unity. Marcus Aurelius, having served in various mercenary units and witnessed the chaos of the inner sphere conflicts, envisioned a company that operated with the precision and cohesion of a well-disciplined Roman legion. Gathering like-minded warriors who shared his vision, he established Legionarius Lance. The company's emblem, a stylized Roman legionary standard, adorns their battle mechs and uniforms, symbolizing their commitment to their cause and their unity as a cohesive fighting force. Legionarius Lance operates primarily in the periphery of the inner sphere, taking contracts from various factions, including great houses, corporations, and planetary governments. They are known for their professionalism, completing missions with precision and efficiency, regardless of the challenges they face. Despite being a mercenary company, Legionarius Lance operates with a strict code of conduct, refusing contracts that conflict with their moral principles. They prioritize contracts that aim to bring stability, protect civilians, or defend against external threats. Over the years, Legionarius Lance has earned a fearsome reputation on the battlefield, with adversaries often remarking on their disciplined tactics and relentless pursuit of victory. They have become a sought-after mercenary unit, with many factions willing to pay a premium for their services. Under the leadership of Marcus Aurelius, Legionarius Lance continues to uphold its legacy as one of the most respected and formidable mercenary companies in the inner sphere.
All right, and that is a great definition of our lance here. So we'll get the music popping back in here, and let's go over what we have. So it's a company size unit at the moment, hoping to expand here in the future. But as we cover and take a look at each one of the lances over here on the right, it's led by Captain Marcus Centurion Terlius himself in his Zeus 6S. He's accompanied by Sergeant Slingshot in the Highlander, Sergeant Shotgun in a Crusader 3K, and Score in an Archer 2R. So this lance is Command Lance Alpha, and it is essentially kind of our command and control, our front line brawler, and we'll intend to use that kind of on our hardest and heaviest targets. Next, we move over to Fire Support Lance Bravo, led by Lieutenant Spider Monkey in her Stalker 4P. Stalker being a missile boat type of mech. Going to be lead for our fire support. We also have Sergeant Euler and a Phoenix Hawk to be able to use jump jets to move around quickly. Also Sergeant Campfire in the Cicada, quick ground mover as well. Intend them to be a spotter for Stalker, for Spider Monkey. Spider Monkey's Stalker, what I meant to say. And then finally we got Sergeant Taipan in the Vulcan, a little bit of a bodyguard, going to probably be close to LT, making sure to protect any side or flanks there as well. And then let's move over here to Striker Lance. Now I thought this was an interesting role that MekHQ gave us. So we've got Lieutenant Coast and the Dervish here, standard Dervish chassis and variant. Sergeant Boomer in the Hermes. We've got Sergeant Cushion in the Trebuchet, and lastly Sergeant Chimera. Some call it Chimera, but Chimera is how I would pronounce it. And a standard Griffin 1N. Now, what we had seen here a little bit in the episode 0 is I looked at the movement scores for this lance. So we got a 585, so we got a little bit of jumping with the Dervish. We've also got a 6'9" movement, so a faster mover with the Hermes. We got our 5'8" with the Trebuchet, also loaded up with some SRMs, so kind of a medium to short range brawler. And then finally the Griffin, the 585, with its long range PPC and LRMs. So this is kind of a little bit of a mixed bag, honestly, but all of that speed allows them to move across the map a lot quicker. So really going to use this one as a striker lance, so not quite a scout, but something that can move along maybe the edges of the board and get some flanking in, or maybe even find places where it can catch a weak mech out of position. What that really means is that the striker lance, probably more often than not, is going to be a reinforcement, where kind of one of these first two lances are putting the damage down, and this one might come in as a reinforcement later in the match, just so that they're not necessarily hanging back as a initiative sink, keeping them from being able to not engage until later into the match, maybe around turn 4, turn 5. If they just show up then and they move in fast, especially if they get to deploy in a place that's outside of that's the advantage of the enemy placement, should be real good. Alright, so that's how the teams break out. Let's see. We take a quick look at the pilots as well. We do have a pair of green pilots that are in fire support Lance, and then obviously we have our 3 and our striker as well. So I'll probably intend on putting striker Lance through some training when we deploy them out on weekly in our missions, just so that they can get some training from coast and kind of up their experience points where we can. Alright, we got nothing in the briefing room at the moment, but before I get us going and start looking for contracts, I want to start over here in the hangar. And we do have maintenance turned on in this campaign, and so as we get to be performing maintenance on these while we're in transit, just our daily routine maintenance, there's absolutely no rush for it. So we're going to click that up to 4x to give the roles way much more time to be able to get a lower target number. Then we're also going to go here to our mass repair and salvage options, and we're going to save these. So we're going to optimize technicians. So we could prioritize actions to techs assigned to the force, but even though they're assigned to, they're the leads, they're the lead crew chief on that particular mech, I am going to allow more experienced techs to work some of the harder issues. They are going to be able to work on everything automatically, and we'll try to get them down to a roll of 4. But that also means that we're going to have to do a lot of manual rolls, which I plan on maybe more summarizing than anything in between fights in the YouTube series, so that you basically don't have to sit and watch me do 30 to 45 minutes of clicking and next day clicking, next day clicking, next day for doing repair rolls. But in general, this will take care of a lot of things for things that are automatic and adding the right amount of time or extra time. But I generally roll on anything that's like a 6 or below, and then 7 usually means we're going to be pushing it. We're trying to get that repair done for either an upcoming mission or something along those lines. But yeah, so save those as default, because as we're doing our maintenance, we have perform mass repair on every day. That was in our settings from episode 0, and so if something does break along the way, we're at least trying to repair those as we're advancing time. Alright, back here to our interstellar map. We got a chance to look at this a little bit while we were getting the description of our company, and you know, we are here sitting pretty, and this is kind of our taxi dropship, because we don't necessarily own our own at the time. But what we want to do is we want to now step out of here and look at what our contract radius is going to be. So great opportunity to be anywhere here in the inner sphere, and even some of a little bit of the periphery on the outskirts here, and I'm going to get this wrong, the Free Razzlehog Republic, as they've recently separated from the Draconis Combine. Alright. That being said, oops, I lost Gallia. Not super important. We will now go to our interstellar map here. We'll leave that up, and then we're going to go to our marketplace, and we're going to take a look at contracts. Okay. So essentially what we're looking at, who our enemies are, our employers, mission types. I do like the fact that we would be doing some pirate hunting. Now, our recon mission probably get us a little bit more money, and it'll give our training Charlie Lance a little bit more time. But at the same time, in our description, we're trying to right wrongs in the universe, and doing some pirate hunting kind of just feels good. If we look at our enemy rating, they're going to be green for their skills, D for their equipment. Any allies that we have are going to be regular, and a C quality equipment as well. This location, Nolson Minor. Let's see where that's at. We can calculate a path. Oh, I gotta close to calculate the path. So we calculate our jump path from where we're at. Oops. So we start working our way out here in the periphery. That system itself is actually abandoned. It's probably why there are pirates out there. But that also means that we're going to want to load up pretty well with supplies, because we're not going to be able to be supplied while we're down on planet. Okay, so let's go back to our contract market. So just to look, enemy rating is a green with C. Allies are regular with C. A little bit further on the jump. Got some estimated cost there. But let's see where this is in the universe. So we've got Milgen's World out here, next to the Rusthaven. As we look, this is the Outworld Alliance space, just a little bit past it. There is some socio-industrial strength here, not a lot, and a D-rated HPG service. But you know what? Still want to hunt them pirates, so we're going to do it. We are going to do it. So jump over here to pirate hunting. We're asked for 25% of our advance pay. No signing bonus on this one. And we're looking for a contract length of 6 months. So we're going to get 75% of that to transport. So that is going to cost us a little bit of transport again. That's why looking at the transit time. And we'll get very little salvage rights, 10% out of the deal, and no battle loss compensation. Now I'm rethinking this. Let's go back to the recon raid. I might have just convinced myself, because we are going to want to make sure that we are getting at least a little bit of compensation. This is a 3-month contract. You know what? Smarter, even though it's working for the Draconis Combine, which will integrate us into their command, which I don't like because they're Dracos. But yeah, we're going to go for the recon raid. As much as I want to fight some pirates, we will wait. We'll make sure we're not draining ourselves in mission set 1. Okay, so we shall accept that contract, and as we go to our briefing room, we'll calculate our jump path, which our total time is going to be 194.8 days. And this is where we will start our jumps, and we're going to go ahead and move multiple days across the timeline. And I will kind of pull this up in a manner where we can not only look at the events going on, we can also recalculate that jump path each time. And or I can just click this button right quick, and will give us an update where we're at. So what I usually do is 1 month at a time, and this is most likely going to be a part of the video where I will cut this out, and then we'll come back when we are there at the contract location. So we will see you then. Alright, welcome back, and we are in the system of Rusthaven, and we are about to land on the planet. Looking through the logs, the techs have been doing a great job of maintaining and even improving the condition of some of our mechs, which is absolutely wonderful. We are less than a day into landing for the contract, so we'll advance that final day, and now we're here in position for our first mission and our first track. So we take a look at our deployment conditions here. We need at least a minimum of a scout that's out and about, and we need a total of 2 lances, or 2 smallest units out in total. And so before we get much further, I'm going to save our new campaign here. I'm going to call us Legionarius Lance. And we'll get that save in there. Alright, and so I talked about this before. I think what we're going to do is we're going to put the Striker Lance on training, and our fire support and our command lances, we're going to have them out and scouting. It's not often that you have an assault, unless you're Laren's, an assault scout lance, but we are wanting to get to see a little bit more of our campaign map. So let's look at that campaign map right now. Alright, so here's the map in all its hex glory. As you can see, it's a little bit grayed out, but as we click on some of these places, we can kind of see what their terrain type is. So we can see up here, it looks like we've got some urban centers, and the hex scale on this is most likely Battle Force. So that's going to be, what's that going to be, 90? I don't think it's necessarily, it's going to be, I can't remember. I have to go back to the rules. Or if you know, drop it down below in chat. But each one of these hexes is a certain size. And actually maybe closer to strategic battle force now that I think about it, because these are pretty large swaths. Each one of these places are going to be about a battle mat size with regards to how it translates. So got a couple of urban centers here. I know they're probably a little bit difficult to see, but we've also got some forest some mountainous areas. There's also some sea areas out here as well. This one in particular is a hot sea area. So, we need to do some reconnaissance. And we're out here doing a reconnaissance raid, so it's probably, important that we know what those objectives are. So right now we want to maintain a victory point condition above 0 by completing the required scenarios across the 3 days. But really, we're doing recon. Since we're given recon capability, or we've assigned recon, not only do we, if we deploy to this square or to this hex, we also have the 6 surrounding hexes that we will reveal as well. So, just getting us out and started. Oh, we have to wait. Oh, we have to wait till Monday. Whoops is me. Alright, we have to start at the beginning of the week, because apparently we just landed, and so we haven't necessarily been started. So, we're going to advance a day, and we already have some things revealed. Oh, wow. I was not anticipating that. Is that immediately on our start here, we've got looking to destroy a grounded dropship. We also have a hostile facility to worry about ahead as well. So there's a curveball for you. So our support lance is already locked in. And that hex with regards to the hostile forces. We also have this hostile mech base that is here. So we look in. It's in a town ruin. The 14th, which is today, is where we will need to employ forces, and it will be returned the following day. Okay, so we have to think about what we want to put regarding this mech base. We know that our striker lance is pretty green and in training. We've got the captain here. Centurion. So we're going to commit him to this force. Okay. So that revealed some location here, but it also has definitely highlighted that our command lance alpha will be involved in the attack on this hostile mech base. Alright. So if we look at our table of organization and equipment, TO&E, we'll see that the command lance and support lance are highlighted. If we go to the briefing room, we'll see that our fight for the day is here. It's going to be a clear and a moonless night, so the moonless night is going to affect our vision. Also going to affect if we have our spotlights on or not. Alright. Okay. So we will have some allies coming in from the west. And this is where there's kind of some blindness that's happening. So we're going to have some turrets that are in place. We're also going to have some Op4 and a little bit of garrison that exists as well. We could open these up, double click on these, and look at what they are, but we're not going to. But we're deploying on the west with our allies, and otherwise the weather's pretty clear. Let's take a look at what do we have to do. So conduct detailed scans of buildings at the designated locations. If captured, our forces will conduct scans at will. That must be the building. Okay, we'll try to destroy or rout 75% of those 4 Outworld Alliance forces, and we'll try to preserve 100% of our Draconis Combine allies. We'll see how well we do. And 50% of our own allies as well. Scan the building designated by turrets. Scans can be directed by moving the unit within 3 hexes and foregoing all attacks. Any kind of probe, improved sensor can be used and can be normal attacks. Scans cannot be conducted on destroyed buildings. Alright. Destroy to take control of the facility. Okay, so if we can push them away 75% or more, even after the scanning, we get control of the fight. Alright, so I'm going to save it right here again. A little bit of paranoia save. And here we go. Okay, so our Combine allies are coming with a Wasp and a Marauder. I'm going to randomize some call signs for them. So Gaggle and Pacer. And if I wanted to, I could possibly do some dropping of ammunition. I don't think we need to. But it is going to kind of behoove us if thinking how we're going to utilize our mechs. So we've got 2 assault large mechs here. Probably run them up the middle. They're both snipers. They hit from a ways away. And then we've got our 2 heavy lances, or heavy mechs. And they're going to push through. The question is, are they going to push through as a team? Or are they going to push through individually? I think we're going to push them through as a team, considering that both of them are pretty good brawl weapons with medium range and short range missiles. Alright. I think there's anything else we need to do. Nope. All the options are set. Here we go. Alright, so here's the hex map. Gonna make that a little bit smaller. Pop that there in the corner. It is of course nighttime. We most likely are going to make sure that our spotlights are off. And here are some of the buildings. Got some height 1, height 2, height 3 buildings. They're kind of spread out everywhere. So yeah, we're just gonna have to roll with it. We do have a road coming through here. Some hardened positions that are here. What is this surface? These are pavement surfaces, so we got to be careful there. Alright. I'm thinking is we put our assaults here, we put our heavies here, and we have our heavies kind of navigate. Pseudo scout. We'll see what our allies end up doing. If you see this here, this is just an artifact of the background in MegaMek, so don't worry too much about that. Alright, as we roll, we lose initiative, so we're most likely going to be putting some of our mechs down first. So as I said, we can either start it from the back, or we can move forward. Honestly, I'd rather put that down right there and see what kind of visibility we have. Alright, on the map, we've got Orion. What version is that? We've got an Orion. Oh, apparently it just says Orion. I know there's a way to change that. Okay. So that being said, stick to the plan. We'll put our Highlander over here. I'm just doing shift to get it rotated in that direction. So, alright, they've got some visibility. We've got a dragon here on patrol. And we've also got a Centurion out here. So we're already going toe-to-toe with mechs. And they've placed their Wasp down here. Okay. Okay. As brief, let's go ahead and put our Crusader here, shotgun, and then we'll put the Archer behind. Okay. Assassin is now on the board. And deploy our Archer. Okay. And they went ahead and brought in their Marauder. Alright, so we've won initiative here on this toss. And let's see how it plays out. Alright, so let's back out a little bit here. Jeez, yet another mech. Alright, so here's a Thunderbolt. Finished moving. Look at the range of that one. It's about mid to long. We don't see the turrets yet, so we need to continue to press forward until we find the turrets. I do have turned on here in the view options the movement. So this plays like many other 4X type systems. This is a walk within the blue, within the yellow it's a run, and within the purple it's a sprint. Blue, you get less penalty to your shooting because you're not moving around as much. Yellow, you get somewhat of a penalty, but you do get more distance. And also, the more hexes you travel, the more bonus you get in your own defense. And then lastly, in the sprinting, if you sprint, you don't have the ability to shoot anymore. Another thing is, if you haven't played Battletech or not familiar with the rules, rotating a hex also costs movement, and so it is important to take that into factor in consideration as well. Alright, so we're going to turn the searchlight off as part of our initial movement, because we're going to kind of try to come in somewhat stealth. What is this terrain right here? Okay, so that's pavement. So we can come to here. It's a little hard to see on a darker screen, but any of this kind of hashed out area is not viewable because of line of sight. But from this Orion here to this point here, there is going to be a line of sight. So let's go ahead and execute the move. Okay. Same thing for Slingshot and his Highlander. We're going to turn off our spotlight. And you see how if I wanted to rotate from where we were facing this way, and then I wanted to rotate, so that's a shift click on that hex, it brings us into sprint, and then we won't be able to shoot. So we'll put that there with the intent of torso twisting if we need to. Alright, Gaggle moved around there. So we're still planning to find where these turrets are. Yet another mech. The Grasshopper's out there. It's going to be interesting. Alright. That's being said, let's wiggle Shotgun into here for a little bit of extended visibility. Ooh, I did not turn off his spotlight. That may have been a mistake. Hopefully not, but we will see. Okay. Our archer's gonna swing over this way. And the Centurion here has went ahead and lit itself up for its attack against Score and our archer. But really, that Thunderbolt's the only one that's you can get a decent shot against. So we also can, kind of go through our other units and see. So since Archer's been shot upon, we already know that she's got Spotlight. So if we click on her, we can get here, and maybe they'll just do that a little bit, make that a little smaller. So we could fire off some long-range missiles for a hit for 9, and those mediums are going to be out of the way. It's already getting shot at, so it kind of makes sense just to at least throw them out there. It's a 28% chance, so not bad. So we'll fire those off. We haven't really given away advantage in any other places. Let's see if Shotgun can capitalize on that as well. And he can't. Simply based off of a line of sight. Yep, so we'll skip fire. Shotgun. So the Highlander does have a Gauss rifle at medium. Could take a shot. I do the Thunderbolt, the Grasshopper. Both 10. We've got enough ammo in the Gauss rifle. But still that +3 for a moonless night. We want to get in closer. So we're going to skip firing on our other mechs as they get lit up. Okay. So we'll just see what we got real quick. Archer's shots. Yep, her 2 shots missed. 20s, not hitting anything. Orion did get hit. I'm sorry, the Marauder hit the Orion a couple times. Nothing too crazy. Orion shot back. Again, nothing crazy. So yeah, nothing too terrible. The Orion did have to make a piloting check for damage that they took. They roll a 7, they're good. Alright. We're in the physical phase. Don't think there's anything that we particularly need to kick as far as buildings or anything like that, so we're just going to skip through those attacks. And getting through heat, just the archer. Carrying over about 4 heat. Alright, we won the initiative roll. Okay. We've got Thunderbolt here. So, because we've turned that spotlight off, you can see we've got kind of very short range that we can look forward to. But we're also remaining hidden from enemy forces because they have their spotlights on. I want to continue to advance here. Same with a little bit of sprinting in the darkness. Is it Archer I left her light on? No, it is. It is Shotgun. Left his light on. So Archer's going to come around this backside here. Again, in the dark. In the hopes of keeping her visibility low. Ooh, that did not go well. That assassin worked in behind. So the question is, do we nut up with the assassin? Gosh, look at him. Nope, because that's going to end up getting a sprint. So we would have to go essentially there. And we'd do a rotation there. So we'd lose a little bit of a hit bonus. Or mutually supporting score. Yep, let's do that. Okay. So with a lack of line of sight, Centurion has no shots. Same for Slingshot. Alright, so Crusader's definitely taking a handful of shots. Don't want to go with the short range. Oh, I didn't realize these were leg shots from the SRMs. So let's stick with the arms for a hit of 9. And we'll keep a kick in our hip pocket. Okay, assassin's lit up. And then can take 2 rear laser shots. Oh no, we can't because the score sprinted. Okay, well. And the -1 TMM? Ugh. Because it only sprinted the 2. Oh. Alright. Oh no, shot at shotgun. Hits to the nugget. Does a critical on life support. And fumbled hard on a consciousness roll. He's out. PTFO. Alright, as the Draco Marauder takes some shots, those all miss. The Ostrich from the Garrison gets at least one hit on the Crusader. Right on the right arm. Crusader again, hit by an AC-10. And again to the center torso with a floating critical to the engine. Shotgun takes 5 more to the center and the right. At least shots against score are missing profusely for her somewhat remaining in the dark. Crusader does get 5 damage to the right leg and misses in the other medium laser. And Crusader, sure enough, falls. And can't avoid damage after the headshot. So, 2 hits. Shotgun. Doing terrible. Okay. Physical attacks occur. So this Orion over here takes its shot against Gaggle. Its right leg is destroyed. So it's going to go down. Another kick in the back. Against shotgun again. Alright, so the Wasp falls. 3 internal structure remaining on the right torso. And takes damage but stays up, and the Orion is able to withstand its kick. Whew, rough start here. Alright, we win initiative again with a roll of a 3. Thank goodness we've got our 3 in tactics to help us out. Alright, now we got to turn this searchlight on for science, because now it's a matter of we got to quickly find where our target building is. Same for searchlight for slingshot. What is this? This is ultra rubble and rubble. Alright, slingshot's gotta go this way so we can get somewhat. Alright. Probably should have. Good gamesmanship here would have been to let shotgun here be my first move, so we saw what the other units were doing. Because now we're in a interesting situation where we need score to advance in the darkness. But may have had more options if we knew where the other folks were going. Okay. Alright, spotlight's clicked on. So we do have options here of what we can hit. Oh, the Zeus sprint. Zeus did sprint. Never mind. So we'll go skip firing there. We'll go skip firing for the Zeus, since one's down and one's sprinted. Alright, now let's see what kind of visibility we got. So with the Grasshopper, the Gauss rifle, right, 10, another 10, two 10s. A bit of a wide shot. It's better than nothing. Gotta start working on them. Alright, yep. Okay. May I also notice, just while I'm thinking about it right now, so I default my range from high to low. That way I can see kind of what my farthest target is, and then see if I have, you know, even available shots, and then I kind of work my way backwards down to see if I can stack up more weapons against it. But right now, just a bit of a melee at the moment. Alright, so Scork and Torso Twist here. You can try to find something that's possibly easier to hit at range. So we've got Centurion here, and Ostrich here, with a +0 to there. Undamaged, and also undamaged. Ostrich's running a little hot, not by much, but a little bit. Let's go ahead and hit the Centurion. Also have medium lasers we could take a shot with. We might do 1. That way we're just getting about 6 over heat. I don't want to get too much over our heat if we want to continue to be mobile. Alright, well it doesn't look like Gaggle's going to be around for long. So that Centurion did a critical hit on not only Jump Jet, but engine as well. And then our Crusader is taking more hits, just on the ground, prone. More hits to the arm, the torso, the leg. Pacer, who is the Draco's Marauder, got 5 damage to a left arm of the dragon, but that's not a lot. And this whole section is basically where that wasp is getting destroyed. It's taken 6 engine hits. Okay, Crusader's getting hit some more. Leg, torso, leg again, torso again, critical hit, and it hit ammo. Alright, so who did that? The dragon gets a left critical hit. It's got 2 locations, heatsink, LR10, giant explosion, catastrophic, and what's his butt was blacked out already. So that's probably not good for his life. So he's going to take 1 damage, and alright. Let's make it a piloting skill. So it needs a 12. Ejecting, prone, pilot unconscious, rolls a 9, fails. And takes another damage. He's to 5. He is passed out and to a 5. Now he's either got to get out of there or one of us has got to go pick him up. Score's the closest one. Yeah, we'll see. See how it works out. There's Centurion at least. Takes a headshot. Takes 1 damage, but still conscious. Oh, and that came from Score. So Score at least hit a headshot. Everything else is kind of just a smattering of damage. More explodiness on Gaggle. Successful pilot roll. Ooh, the Grasshopper didn't make a great pilot roll. Fell for 6. But failed for 6. Took 7 damage. Lost the searchlight. And also fell down. That Grasshopper's down right there. Yep. Okay. Got really no physical attacks we need to do. There's a couple physical attacks going on here. Dragon's falling. Lost a searchlight. Doesn't take any damage. Alright, good job, Marauder. Okay, Archer's carrying 6 heat, so going to be slowed down just a little bit. And we tied on initial initiative, and then 1 second on initiative. Okay. There's a big Charlie Fox right there. Definitely need to carefully consider what our next few moves are going to be. Alright, still not have identified any buildings. So this is rubble and is going to require a check. Piloting check. Shouldn't be too bad, but we're going to run up here Needs a 4. Okay, looks good. Yeah, building wise. Okay, so slingshot's gonna go here. I'm not gonna get much more visibility to the north, which we're wanting to for buildings, but somewhat out of the fray of what's happening here with already dead Draconis mech. Okay. Yeah, there's no going back for shotgun here. It's going to remain mobile. Big question is, can we continue to advance? Safety. Okay. Alright, so the dragon's up. Scores immobile. Zeus was able to make it through the rubble, or Centurion. Alright. Tend to hit with LRMs. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Switching to our LRMs and seeing if we can get lucky, because what's that going to be? +3. Ugh, 11s. You can Gauss rifle now. You just select the target, and then it puts in the illumination piece. Probably shoot off one set of LRMs at that Centurion. Again, just trying to keep the heat low. No firing from you. Alrighty, let's see, Centurion, whole lot of nothing, Marauder, a whole lot of nothing, Osrock, got 8 damage to the leg, the right leg, more damage to the left leg, did get a hit to the center torso and also the right torso. Okay, not bad. Assassin came and took a few shots, missed them all. There Orion came, touched up the Marauder a little bit. Highlander and all of its shots missed. But, yeah, that does take the 3 away. Okay, gonna have to remember that. Let's see. Grasshopper. More hits to the poor Marauder. It's getting rocked. Ooh, slingshot. Takes 5 to the right arm. Besides that, nothing doing. A little bit more damage to the Marauder. Taking it like a champ. It's a 5. It succeeds a 7. How was Scores shot? Didn't even see. Highlander, Centurion. Oh, here we go. Nothing. Okay. No need for any physical attacks here. Kick to the Thunderbolt. Oh no, the Marauder. Alright, so the leg gets hit. That Marauder's going down. Medium laser, PPC down. Takes a hit. Thunderbolt failed. Oof. Alright. So carrying a little bit of heat. Still not a whole lot. Well guys, we're about an hour 20 in, so we're going to split this mission apart. We'll come back to it and see how well we can do. Our Draconis buddies are, well, they're just not doing great. And our company commander and Slingshot, they're still trying to find even the building that they needed to get to. With the Score out here in the outskirts, doing what they can on this night raid. But yeah, this is the recon raid. This is mission 1 of Stratcon Ops. And appreciate you spending some time with me, and see you at the conclusion of this battle sometime in the near future. So, thanks for watching, and Gaming and Gunpowder, led by one, die by the other. Peace.